What's up, YouTube family? This is your man Pristine back with another video. Welcome to the unboxing of the new Honor View 10. Now, I'm very excited about this device. A lot of you guys know that I've been waiting on this device. This device is the reason why I don't have the Mate 10 Pro, because they have the same specs. And so it's like, why pay $800 for the Mate 10 Pro when I can get the Honor View 10, which only cost me $500, save myself, $300 plus whatever the taxes would have been, and I pretty much got the same internal hardware. And so that's my rationale behind it. Now if this wouldn't have come out, then I probably would have the Mate 10 Pro right now. But Honor, you guys already know, Honor is a sub-brand division of Huawei. Huawei owns and makes all of Honor products. And so, the same quality that you're getting in the Mate 10 Pro, you're getting right here in the Honor View 10. So here we are. So without further ado, let's get this joint cracked out of the box. Now, before I do that, you guys already know that I like to read down the spec sheet just to kind of give ourselves an idea of what we're dealing with as far as specs and things of that nature. So let's go ahead and read down the spec sheet, and then we'll get into this box, all right? So first off, we've got a 5.9-inch Full HD 1080p by 2160 pixel display. The display is 18:9 aspect ratio. All right, we've got 6 gigs of RAM on board, 128 gigs of onboard storage that can be expanded up to 256 gigs. We are running EUMI 8.0 with Android 8.0 Oreo fresh out of the box. We're running the high silicon Kirin 970 SoC chip, which is Huawei's latest and greatest processor, which is comparable to the new Snapdragon 845 processor. We've got an Adreno octa-core CPU. We've got an octa-core CPU. We've got the GPU of Mali G72 MP12. We've got 403 ppi pixel density. And we've got a 78:5 screen-to-body ratio. So we do have, the big screen with very, very thin and minimal bezels here on this device. All right. And as far as weight is concerned, the device weighs 172 grams. All right, now cameras, we do have a dual camera setup on the rear. That is a 20 megapixel primary sensor, and then we've got another 16 megapixel secondary sensor. The front-facing camera is a 13 megapixel front-facing selfie cam. And I hear that these cameras are really, really good, so I'm looking forward to testing those out. Now, the battery, we've got a non-removable 3,750 milliamp hour battery. Okay, that's a pretty big battery, so I'm looking to get some all-day battery life out of this battery. Honor is claiming that you can get 58% of battery life in just 30 minutes. And so, if your battery's all the way drained down or close to being completely out, or it's at zero, then you can just throw this thing on the charger for 30 minutes, and that's going to get you 58% of battery life. That's more than half of the battery life in just a half hour. So, looking to test that out as well. Now we do have Type-C connector interface with, and it does support quick charge. What was it? I think it's quick charge 2.0 if I'm not mistaken. All right, and additional features: Bluetooth 4.2. We do have NFC. We do have dual nano SIMs, and so we do have that option there. We have a GPS sensor. We have an IR blaster on board. For all of you guys that are fans of IR blasters, I know that I most certainly am. And the colors that you can get this device in is the navy blue, which is the color that this is right here. You can get it in midnight black, beach gold, aurora blue, and charm red. Now, at launch, the only two colors that were available was the navy blue and the midnight black. And so I think that one of the advantages of waiting, if you can wait for a device, is when you wait a little bit longer beyond the actual launch day and you're not an early adopter, then some of the other colors start to roll out, and then you'll have options as far as other colors that you want. And so I'm kind of curious to see the charm red being my favorite color in the world. I would have loved to have gotten my hands on a red one of these, but it wasn't available when I bought it a few days ago. So we got the navy blue. No big deal. I'm just happy that I finally got this bad boy. So without further ado, let's crack it out the box, y'all. All right. Now, I'd already cut the plastic there on the side just a little bit, just so I could just tear right into this thing with no problem. So we'll go ahead and get this plastic off of it. Yeah, like I said, typically when I do my unboxings, I like to get into the box and get the phone set up and everything and ready to go as soon as I take it out. But I didn't touch anything. You guys see it's still in the plastic here. So presentation here, bottom of the device, I mean, we've just got the serial numbers, IEMI numbers, all that kind of thing. You already know how that goes. Honor View 10 on the front. This is a navy blue box, which I believe is the same color as the device. And around the front of the box, we've got nothing. And then we flip it around to the back, then you've just got copyright information, 2018 Huawei device USA, Honor-related brands and trademarks, all that kind of thing. All right? So let's open this bad boy up. Bam. There we are right there. Let's get that file to the side. Now here is the Honor View 10. Wow. Let's go ahead and get it out of this little tray here. And get this little plastic off. Oh, they've got this stuff wrapped around here. Okay. Okay, here we go. Ah. Beautiful. Beautiful device. I'm not sure if that's Corning Gorilla Glass on the front because it's not specified. I mean, it's glass, obviously, but I'm not sure if it's Corning Gorilla Glass or 2.5D arced glass. But this is gorgeous. It feels really good in the hands. I like the fact that it's curved around the bottoms so that when you're holding it, the part that basically digs into the palm of your hand, I mean, it's not like a sharp edge. I mean, so nice, comfortable feel. And it's interesting because this looks extremely similar to the new Mobile G3 here, which is one of my newer budget devices that I'm also in the process of reviewing. So those colors are almost identical. But the G3, I mean, it's got glass on the front and back, as opposed to the Honor View 10 here. It's got an aluminum backing along the sides and the back. It's basically it's an aluminum unibody with glass on the front, as opposed to the new Mobile G3 here. It's glass on the front and the back. But those colors look pretty identical. So we'll go ahead and file the phone to the side. We'll come back to that here in a second. We'll just check out the rest of the contents that are inside of the box. Now, here, excuse me, we've got our SIM ejector tool right there. And then here is a case, which Honor is known for putting in the box. And then here is our quick start guide. Let's just go ahead and pull that. Well, I'll get that later. No big deal. All right. And since I pre-ordered this device, the launch day was last Friday, I believe, the 23rd. But since I pre-ordered, then they also sent a little gift, which is this little case right here. And this case, it glows in the dark. And Lords Mobile is, I guess, a big iOS and Android game that people play on their phones. Again, I don't really play these games on phones. I'm a console gamer, PS4 Pro, to be exact. So I got another case, and I've got an option. But again, as I mentioned in the other video that I did on the Honor 7X, I got the same case with the same little figure for pre-ordering the Honor 7X. I'm a grown man, and I'll be 40 years old this year, and so I am not going to be rocking this Lords Mobile figure on the back of my phone. And plus, I mean, look at this thing. This thing is gorgeous, man. I want the clear TPU case on it so I can show off the phone's beauty in its entirety. All right, so cases filed to the side, back to the box. All right, we've got the charging brick. Wow, and this charging brick ain't no joke. It's pretty hefty. All right, so I'm sure this is going to provide some super fast charging. I hope that's the case. And here is our Type-C adapter cord. Get that out of the plastic if I can. Jeez. And you can see USB to Type-C. Alright. Bam. So let's get back to the device here. And get my little stand here. Boom. Stand him on up. Bam. There we go. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the Honor View 10. All right. Now, as I mentioned, I'm being 5.9, basically a 6-inch display from top to bottom here. And here is our 13 megapixel shooter here. And this is a sensor right here next to the ear receiver. Now on the bottom here, you see we have a capacitive button. And so, I mean, this button, well, is it a button? No. So it cannot be pressed, but it's a touch capacitive button. So I believe this is the fingerprint sensor, and, you know, you can also, you know, do touch gestures and things of that nature to be able to control the device. There's certain things that you can customize according to the, you know, that's listed under the settings, that you can choose what type of functionality you want to have with this particular button. All right, so that's a nice touch. Looking forward to getting in the device and playing with that. Now moving around to the right of the device, we've got the power button here, and then we've got our volume rockers up and down. Top of the device, here is our IR blaster, so the infrared sensor. So those of you that like those, I mean, hey, glad that that's on there, man, because a lot of phones don't have that nowadays. So here, this little dot right here, we've got a little noise-canceling microphone right there. And to the left of the device, this is where our SIM tray is. And so this houses dual nano SIMs, or you can have a nano SIM and an SD card slot, or SD card for memory expansion. All right, now to the bottom of the device, we've got a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. So yes, that is present for those of you that still like to plug in wireless or wiredly. We've got a Type-C port for charging, and here's our bottom firing speaker. And I do not believe that we have stereo speaker set up on this particular device. I know that the Mate 10 Pro, you've got the bottom firing speaker, but then you've also got another speaker in the ear receiver. I do not believe that that's the case here on the Honor View 10. You've just got the bottom firing speaker there. Now, moving along to the back of the device, we've just got some little serial number information right there. I'll peel that off shortly. And you can see we've got a very faint Honor branding right here. And then this is our dual camera setup here. We've got the one is a 20 megapixel sensor, and then the other one is a 16 megapixel sensor. This is our dual tone LED flash right here. All right, so let's go ahead and power on the device, because I know we got some juice here. Very nice startup display. EMUI 8. All right, so we're in. So you guys hang tight. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video. I'm gonna go ahead and get things set up, and then I'll be right back with you, and we'll browse around the software a little bit, and we'll go ahead and close out the video. All right, hold it down, y'all. All right, what's up, you guys? So this is Pristine. We're back in. Just finished the setup of the Honor View 10. Now, I didn't put any of my applications on there that I typically use on a day-to-day basis. I just got the phone set up so that I can access the home screen. And so everything that you're seeing right now is just everything that's preloaded onto the device. And so we do have the ability to have an app drawer or to not. The default setting out of the box is to have an app drawer, which, you know, you can see these are all the different applications that are on the two home screens that are available. But then when I hit that app drawer button, and then this is everything else that is uploaded onto the device. And so we've got the full Google suite. All right, so we've got the full Google suite here, and then of course there's some bloatware that is on the device from Honor. Nothing too intrusive or anything like that, you know. Now again, you know, we've got 128 gigs of onboard storage, you know, that can be expanded up to 256 gigs. I mean, so, you know, I can't imagine that the bloat that comes preloaded on the phone will take up too much of the memory. But this is what it is, you guys. I mean, so as again, we've got Android 8.0 out of the box. Now, I'm not sure when it's going to get updated to Android 8.1 because I know that 8.1 is the latest software. But we do have EMUI 8.0, and we're running Android Oreo 8.0 fresh out of the box. And, you know, that should look pretty familiar. We go ahead and scroll down here. This is all of our quick toggles. And, wow, well, let's see. Let's turn the volume up or turn the brightness up just a tad so you guys can see that. But yeah, here's all our quick toggles right here. I mean, we've got Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, mobile data. That's grayed out because I don't have my SIM card in it yet. We've got sound, auto rotate, Huawei share, airplane mode, flashlight, location information, screenshot, eye comfort, hotspot, navigation dock, memo share, ultra battery saver, screen recorder, do not disturb, and NFC. So we do have NFC present right there for those of you that need confirmation that it is present. We do have that there. Now, if you want to customize those things, you just hit the little pin, little icon right there, and then you can move these things around as you see fit. All right, and I'm just going to go ahead and hit back because I'm fine with this configuration. Now, moving along to the settings, Android 8.0. So as you can see, I mean, the settings menu is it's condensed, it's consolidated, and that's one of the things that I like about Android 8.0 Oreo is the fact that they consolidated a lot of things. You no longer have this really long list. Although, I mean, the list, I mean, I feel like it was a tad bit easy. Well, you know what? I can't necessarily say that. Because once you learn Oreo and know how to navigate through it and know where everything is, then it's not a problem finding what you need to find at all. But, you know, with a lot of the stuff consolidated the way that it is, you're going to have to kind of go through each and every one of the little options to try to find different things that would typically just be in the list view on Android Nougat. All right. But now, another interesting thing that I found out about the View 10 here is you see this little icon right here. Now, this is, you have choices as to what you want your navigation bar to be. Either you can have the back, home, and recents, and you can change the orientation so that you can have back, home, and recents that way, you know, for all of you people that are right-handed and like to navigate things with your thumb and not have to reach all the way across the screen. Now, I thought this was pretty interesting. So the way this is set up is I've got the fingerprint sensor right here, which is not a physical button. I thought it was a physical button taking it out of the box, but it's a scanner. It's just a sensor. And it's being used for nothing more than just a back button right now. But now, this little floating bar right here, this is what I'm using to navigate the device. So if I want to go to settings, you see the little bar is still there. If I want to go back, I'll just scroll to the left. Oh, that actually takes me to my recents. Okay. All right, well, scroll to the right, and then that takes me back to the recents. Wait, well, I need to play with this thing some more. Okay, so when you tap it, then that takes you back to your home. Oh, but what I did was when I went into settings, and then you go to system, and it's system navigation, system update, about phone, language, and input. So what you do is you go into system navigation, and you've got these different ways in which you want to navigate your device. So fresh out of the box, you are on virtual navigation bar, which you see the back, home, and the recents key. All right. Now, if you opt for on-screen navigation key, which is what it was on, then you get that little floating bar, and it's kind of reminiscent to the iPhone X. I mean, it has similar functionality with that. You know, you scroll up and it does certain things. You scroll to the right or left and it does certain things. And then you've got off-screen navigation button, which is just this right here. So you just tap that to go back, and there's the little tutorial right there. So we'll just hit OK. Okay, so scrolling to the left takes me to my recents. Scroll to the right. Well, tapping it goes home. Scroll to the right takes you to your recents. Okay. and scroll to the left takes me to the recents. Okay, well, I have to figure that out, but that's a pretty cool feature, just having the ability to be able to control, how you want to navigate the device. I mean, so until I have more time to play with that, for now, we're just going to go back to the conventional way and just have the back home and recents keys. All right. Now, again, we've got 6 gigs of RAM on board. This is the high silicon Kirin 970 processor, which is the equivalent to the Snapdragon 845. And this thing flies, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, I mean, just breezing through these apps like a hot knife through butter. I'm connected to my Wi-Fi. Speeds may be a little different depending on your LTE connection. I mean, so just go to the Google Suite right here. Okay. And just open up some apps here just to kind of see how snappy it is. And so you see Google just pops up right there. All right. Gmail. Boom. Gmail just pops open. Google Maps. That just pops right up. YouTube. Okay. Just pops right in. Google Drive. Just goes right into that. Play music. Play movies. And I'm just going through the Google Suite just to kind of give you guys an idea of how snappy this thing. Now, mind you, this thing is connected to my internet. My SIM card is not in here, so speeds may be a little bit different. They may be a little faster. They may be a little slower, just depending on your network speeds or your Wi-Fi speeds at your place of residence, or just the Wi-Fi that you're connected to. So we'll quit that and get out of that, and then photos, allow, done. And I've just been out all morning, man, just recording video footage with the new Mobile G3, recording video footage with my S9 Plus here. And I gotta say, man, the camera on this phone is a monster. But my understanding is that the camera here on the View 10 ain't no punk either. So we're gonna have to see, what it is, with the two going toe to toe. But very familiar setup. I've had the Honor 7X. I've had other Honor and Huawei devices. The Mate 9. A lot of similarities there. But again, I mean, I like the fact that we have Android 8.0 on here. Things just seem, to be a little bit smoother with Oreo. I like the fact that we've got the consolidated settings menu. And yeah, I mean, so let's go to the camera real quick. Oh, what am I doing? Here we go. Okay, switch camera modes. Okay, GPS tag later. All right, so when we get into the camera, God, I mean, it just seems like Apple just kind of just set the trend, what I mean, as far as the actual camera layout, because it seems like every device that you get your hands on, that's an Android device, it just seems like the camera app looks identical to iOS. But you start off and we're in photo. Okay, we're in portrait. Now we're in aperture. Okay, back to portrait, photo. Now we're in video, and then more. And then here, when we're under more, we've got pro, slow-mo, night shot, panorama, monochrome, light painting, HDR, time-lapse, filter, 3D panorama, watermark, document scan, artist mode, download, and edit. Wow, we've got a lot of different modes there. All right, so we're just going to go back to photo real quick. And I'm going to take a quick picture of my little Android. Oh, man, look at that. Look at that green. And we do have the 2-time optical zoom there, which also can be found on the S9 Plus and the iPhone X. So we'll just go ahead and snap a pic of that real quick. Bam. Wow. Very beautiful. Beautiful shot. All right, now we'll take it to settings real quick. And we can change the resolution, watermark, GPS tag, mute timer, audio control, touch to capture, capture smiles, object tracking, touch and hold shutter icon, volume button functionality, ultra snapshot, restore defaults. And so that's what we've got in the camera settings. Now, swing the camera around to the selfie cam, and here I am, Xiaomi Redmi 5 Plus, recording the video just because the camera on this phone is just awesome, awesome, awesome sauce. You know what I mean? All right, y'all. Quick little selfie. Oh man, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Save direction, mirror. Okay, no, mirror off for now. Okay, just have the regular picture. Oops. It's a good looking selfie. Not just me. I mean, you know, I know that I'm devilishly handsome, but I'm just saying, just the picture quality. That's a nice picture right there. So yeah, I mean, you know, the camera here, I mean, it looks like it's definitely going to be a winner. And that's really no surprise to me because Huawei, they always put out great devices that have really good cameras on them. So that's not really a surprise to me. Another thing that I found in the settings is under display is you have the ability to also change the screen resolution, kind of similar to what you would find on the Samsung devices. So you see right here where it says screen resolution, and it's at full HD. And so this display, it's not a quad HD panel. You know, it's a full HD 2160 by 1080p display, which is what it's set on out of the box. But you do have the ability to scale it back to HD plus 720p. Okay, so if you want to save battery, we've got a mode here called Smart Resolution. And if you turn that on, then it automatically lowers the screen resolution to help save power. So, you know, that's another interesting a little feature or function that I found in the settings that, hey, I mean, you know, if you want to save some battery life, then you can tone down that screen resolution a little bit. You know what I mean? But as you can see, I mean, this display is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, you know, like I said, for me personally, I mean, the screen doesn't have to be 2K. It doesn't have to be Quad HD. You know, it's totally fine. I mean, 720p, you know, 1080p. Look at this. Look at this right here. This is full 1080p right here. And look at the new Mobile G3. Okay. This is a 5.7-inch display. This is a 5.9-inch display. But this is a $500 device right here. So like $515 is what I paid for the View 10 here. I paid $200 for this. Okay. And look at the screen. And let's see. You see where I got the brightness down? So on the View 10, I've got the brightness at like halfway. All right. Now on the Mobile G3, that brightness is at like 30%. And the screen gets extremely, extremely bright. And just look how gorgeous that screen is on the G3 here. I mean, they're both beautiful displays, but I'm just saying, some people, they make it seem like, oh, if it's a 720 display and it's not 1080p, that it's a horrible screen. And no. I mean, so you got two beautiful displays here. On the View 10, you do have the ability to change the screen resolution from 1080p to 720p. Hey, that's a nice touch, man. That's a nice touch. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the unboxing for the Honor View 10. And typically the way that I do this thing is, you know, I'll slap my main SIM card in here, use it as my daily driver for a little while, really get some real world testing out of it so that I can hit you guys with the full pristine review. Now, it may be a little longer, you know, for those reviews. Keep it locked because, again, as I mentioned, I'm currently also reviewing the S9 Plus here. I'm also reviewing the new Mobile G3 here, and I even still need to finish up some videos that I need to finish editing and upload on my Xiaomi Redmi 5 Plus, which is what I'm recording with right here. So I got my work cut out for me, y'all. You know what I mean? So just be patient with me. Keep it locked here at Pristine Mobile Tech, and we're going to get this thing moving, man. I promise you I got these videos coming. All right? All right. So thank you for tuning in. Again, this is the Honor View 10. If you like this video, smash that thumbs up button and be sure to like, share the video, and subscribe to expose yourself to tons of videos that I've done like this one. And it definitely helps out the channel in a major, major, major way. So I appreciate your subscriptions. Those have been rocking with me for a minute. Much love. You know, you guys keep me on my toes, man. I learn a lot from you guys. You know, a lot of the feedback, the criticism, whether it was constructive, harsh, whatever. Hey, I'm not hypersensitive and in my feelings. You know what I'm saying? I can take it. You know what I'm saying? I'm still new to this and I'm still learning. And you guys are helping me along the way. All my new subscribers, welcome to the channel. Welcome to the journey. I appreciate your subscription. And I'm going to keep doing me and doing my thing, getting my hands on these devices, provide you guys with the information that you need, because this is only to help you guys make a smart, informed decision what your next smartphone may be, and also shed light on devices like this and you know, phones like the new Mobile G3, phones that you don't really hear about. That's another one of the main motivations for this channel. Forget about Apple, forget about Samsung, forget about HTC, LG, all the other heavy hitters out there, man. There's so many manufacturers out there making quality devices, and you just don't hear about them because they don't get advertised over here in the States. Well, the purpose of this channel was to change some of that and start bringing some light to a lot of these devices that you wouldn't typically hear about, so that maybe if your horizons get expanded a little bit, then you'll understand that you've got some other options. Because Samsung, Apple, LG, HTC, great. Okay, well-established OEMs in the United States. But trust me, as a reviewer, I've expanded my mind to so many other devices that are out there that you guys will never, ever, ever hear about. And they're just as good as these household name brand devices like Samsung or Apple, if not better. Keep it locked here in Pristine Mobile Tech. The plan is to have a lot of those types of devices on the channel, and I hope to learn you guys a little something. All right? Close out the video with my trademark, man. As I always do, stay safe. Thanks for tuning in. Get spiritually fit, because we're definitely living in the last days, man. Get right with Christ. Get spiritually fit, whatever you do. And keep it pristine in every aspect of your life. This is the Honor View 10. I'm your man, Pristine, bringing you the content. We out. Peace.